Here with the Digital Digest, and today I wanted to share a first look at the Syncwire MAGTA. Now, this is a Kickstarter. I will include a link in the description, and the package that was sent over to me is a pre-production unit. They've already achieved full funding for this, and this power station is pretty unique. So a lot of companies are manufacturing power stations with the intent of really attracting you to a device that will change the way you power your devices of choice. So specifically a smartphone, a companion product like earbuds, your watch, specifically Apple users. What Syncwire has made here that they're referring to as the S1, essentially you plug into an outlet, obviously, but what's unique about it is that it gives you the ability to charge 8 devices at once. You may have noticed we have a traditional outlet on the unit, I believe 1250 watt capability, so you can hook up pretty much anything in your house to this. You're not losing the outlet you've taken up, and that's great because if you travel with this or you're just using it at home, you want to know that you have that ability to pretty much use the power from this to charge devices you can't charge with what I'm about to show you that they have employed here on this product. So first and foremost, it has an entire modular lineup, wireless charging right here at the top, 15 watt wireless. But then this whole area of the device really transforms because this is where you're going to take the companion products that I have here, such as 4,000 milliamp hour power banks that will charge on here, as well as, of course, a Nightlight that they've made. It's a whole suite of different devices designed to complement, again, your charging experience. 83 watt total output from this, which is impressive. We have 2 Type-C ports, 2 Type-A ports, and we do have a digital readout of the wattage that it's pushing. So impressive stuff. But let's take a look at the rest of the boxes here, because as I mentioned, this is a suite of hardware, and you don't have to buy all of this. The Kickstarter right now, I believe, has the S1 for around 70 US on its own, which I think seems fair because it does give you quite a bit of output, and it's magnetic, by the way. I did not mention MagSafe compatibility. They, I believe, also are including their own magnetic rings that they designed for the system. So this is one of their 4,000 milliamp power banks. So you can see the Qi charging indicator right there, a power button that I assume is going to give us a readout of, essentially how much charge we have. And you can see it did just light up from a single press. So it looks like this has a full charge. And then this can just attach here. And this is why I'm calling it modular, as is the manufacturer, because now you've stacked this. This will charge itself. As you can see, it's going, that's what it's going to do. It's going to basically keep this powered up so that when you take it on the road, and it is also magnetically capable, MagSafe ready, you're going to be able to charge your device. So let's see what else we have here. I believe it's going to be another one of these units. And we also have this attachment, which is another interesting one. This is for connecting your watch. So if you have pretty much any manufacturer that makes a watch, but specifically I think, Syncwire again is obviously targeting Apple, then you have the ability to connect this. I believe this is how you do it right here. Well, actually, let's continue to go through the products because that is the charge port for hardwire connection to a device of choice, because remember, that is a battery bank. This is, I believe, the unit. I got ahead of myself there, right? I was looking, this is completely different. This is the unit that you're going to dock on the top of the Syncwire in order to have multiple tiers of charging. So you can see, again, wireless capability. It's magnetic, just like I've been mentioning. And this opens up, and this is how you're going to be able to expand your charging horizon. So again, Type-C traffic right there. It's output. We have Type-C input and some LED indicators. So if we go ahead and snap, this is a very cool piece of kit. If we go ahead and snap this on, I believe that's the wrong orientation. We want to go this way so that the output, I believe, is on the right side. This is how I've seen Syncwire's demo do it. And then you can raise this up, charge your phone here. Don't worry, we're going to try this in this video. and then have another device like your earbuds of choice that can charge wirelessly just dock right here and charge as well, because this is yet another Qi charging pad. So very cool what they've done here. We've got Qi, Qi, Qi. I mean, this is pretty crazy. Still 4 ports in the front. And then you also have that dedicated outlet, the AC outlet, that it's essentially giving you back right on the rear of the device. So what else do we have? Quite a few goodies here. This is the last one. This is the Nightlight. Now, this is one of those things that I give them credit for introducing into the mix. It's just a cool device to have that is part of this little ecosystem. And I think, again, the whole kit, if you want the entire package of having the actual 4,000 milliamp hour dock accessory that will charge you on the go, as well as everything you're seeing here, I think it's going to set you back $170, I think, at the time of this video. There's only, I think, around 6 days left on this Kickstarter, but this will be a product that you'll see in the marketplace. So let's go ahead and pop this off. Now, I want to just see if this has power, but again, these are all, modular products. This is also magnetic. It pops right on, but I'm going to get this thing connected and let's see what it does with my Z Fold 3. Now let's test functionality of the Syncwire MAGTA charging station. So as already mentioned, it's ideal to use a MagSafe compatible device. This is a Z Fold 3. It's not compatible, but I was able to find a third-party MagSafe case a while ago on Amazon. Unfortunately, this is no longer available, but you're fortunate if you don't have it because the quality is absolutely terrible. But it will work to demo how MagSafe is ideal for the Syncwire MAGTA. So first and foremost, the S1 can charge any device that supports Qi charging. On the top of it, it is not magnetic. So no MagSafe connection will come into that equation when using the top of the base model S1. This is a Z Fold 2. It also will charge without an issue. Again, 15-watt Qi charging. Where things begin to get interesting, though, the modular accessories. So this is a clamshell style, essentially double pad that takes this single platform and gives you two. We have a Type-C power output, Type-C input, a little mirror here, I guess in case the ladies or the guys want to check themselves out, and then you just snap that on and you can see the magnetic connection. You can leave it in this position if you prefer to have display up front, directly at yourself. You're in business. And then again, why having a MagSafe compatible device is key for this is that that's just going to essentially stick right there, start charging, and now you can actually see your display, read messages coming in, do a little bit of everything. Now, with the Z Fold, on the other hand, using this in an open capacity where it's in tablet mode is another way you could go, which I'll show you right now. But because I do not have the Syncwire actual magnetic rings and we're using a third-party case, it doesn't have the power to hold it in place. I imagine that if we did have the actual Syncwire adapter, this would work. So it's an issue with the case. Moving right along. One of the other beautiful things about this is, of course, you've got that second pad, and then in the instance you want to also charge a watch simultaneously, you can do that. So now we've got a pedestal here, 15 watts of wireless charging, 15 watts here, and then 15 watts back here. So basically designed by Syncwire to support earpods, phone, and watch, and then you still have your 4 other hardwired ports, and you have that AC outlet built in as well. So pretty dynamic. I would say this is the most intriguing modular accessory, but wait, there is more. And before I do that, I'll throw a watch on there. Again, this Samsung watch isn't going to be supported, but if you have an Apple device, it will. And then in theory, of course, you could just throw your earbuds right there behind it and you're good to go. So pretty cool. And I think if you can actually make use of it as an iPhone user or an Android user that has a device with a MagSafe case, you're in business. Now, moving right along, the other watch, by the way, I have the Mob Wojcik watch. It's not going to work either. Unfortunately, it's hardwired. So maybe we'll just do a hardwired demo. So we pull that off, all modular, including the pedestal, and we go to the next device. This is a power bank, 4,000 milliamp hours, and you've got a little button there that shows you what your present charge is. You can power it on and off, and basically you throw this on here. it charges it up. You'll see it's active right now. So it is wirelessly charging that power bank. And the idea, again, from Syncwire is that you'll never be out of power because you essentially can charge your device of choice, again, with a MagSafe connection on here. I just wish I had the Syncwire pads. And so it's charging my phone now, but the actual battery bank is also being charged. And then when I don't want this and I want to go out, basically this stays attached, as you can see. It's magnetic, again, part of the whole MagSafe theme. And basically, as you can see already, it is charging my phone right now wirelessly. You should have been able to see that. So it is presently topping off the battery juice on my Z Fold 3. So this is, again, part of the premise of the whole Syncwire suite, that you've got the power station that can do basically everything, and then when you leave it, you still have a backup option. You know, slightly thick, but still very cool in my opinion. This is ideal for me to have, let's say, in the car, something like that. But again, you don't have to have MagSafe connectivity. It is preferable. There is a Type-C, I believe it is output, and it is on the back. So in the event that you don't have a MagSafe connection or you don't want to go wireless, you can hardwire it right there. And then last but not least is their Nightlight. Now this is a bit of an anomaly, and I say that because this is a pre-production unit, as I mentioned. It has worked and it has also not. There's a little capacitive button right there at the top. It's supposed to have seven different modes of different colors that it will light up. And it, from what I've seen, it's very cute, but I have not been able to get it to consistently work. So I wish I could demo it, but again, I'll chalk this up to a pre-production. If you seek it out, you will likely find other videos where this is functional. This, again, connects magnetically. So they demo putting this on the fridge and in other places where it will just, magnetically connect to your metal surface of choice. I'm throwing it on my desk leg right now, and it's working. Let's test out hardwired stuff, okay? Because I think that's the other thing that a lot of people are wondering about. So keep in mind, this is a charging station, 83 watts total. However, I believe it's a little under 70 in terms of total delivery, and that's split up across all of the different ways it can deliver power. So if you're thinking of charging an Ultrabook with this, it's not ideal because 65 watts is usually the minimum, and then a little under 100 the maximum. You're not going to get that here. Will you get trickle charging? Absolutely. Now, when it comes to tablets, I feel like that's a different story because not many tablets, really support 65 watt, but plenty support anywhere from, I would say 15 up to 25. So I'm going to start off by plugging in this Type A cable right here, which is for my TicWatch. And, the idea that Syncwire is pushing is really reducing the number of wires, or at least bringing the clutter into a single space. And I think they are delivering on that. That's my vision here. So my watch is charging. Now I'm going to connect this to, let's go with a phone. So, or you know what? I'll actually connect it to my FLIR. Let's go ahead and connect that, and we should be getting a charge on that as well, and we are. You can see that. And this is where I think this really starts to accomplish things if you can connect so many devices and get support. Now I'm coming in with a Type-C for the tablet I have right here, which is a Lenovo. It's actually on sale right now. I'll be doing an update on that very, very soon because it is a phenomenal piece of kit. I'm going to go ahead and plug that in, make sure that we have a charge, and we do. You can see it's presently charging. So there we go, another device. So I've almost used every single output on this. Let's go ahead and connect. Let's see if I've got one more cable to connect. I need another Type-C, and I have one, so you don't have to worry. Let's go ahead and, what should I connect? How about the Blower Baby right here, which is a great little air gun designed for cameras, and I will go ahead and connect that. And we see it is charging. Amber light, red light right there. And again, you still have the AC outlet on the back, and then if I were to just go ahead and throw this up there and go ahead and attach the Z Fold 3, it should now officially, if I have this in place, we should be charging every single device. Of course, the Z Fold 3 is being finicky. Let's try this again. That case doesn't make life easier. I wish I did have the official Syncwire rings. Looks like I'm not getting anything out of that. Let's go ahead and try the battery pack that I anticipate will work. I anticipate, because it still has the built-in battery. So technically, we should be able to get it functioning here. Unless I'm hitting some sort of limitation, but I doubt that. So let's go ahead and just try. I'm just trying to see what I can get to power here. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and remove the battery, because the battery wouldn't be a real proof anyway. We're going to stick with, actually, I might just stick with the regular charging right on the top. And that works. And that's really where I should have started. So we are charging everything. We've got a tablet. We have a phone. We have 4 other connected devices, the blower baby, a watch, and a thermal imaging camera. As you know, everything is connected. So it's a lot of charging going on at once. I'm not even using the AC outlet at the back. Remember, you are not going to get the top wattage out of this over a single connection. I believe these are limited to 15 as well. And it's got to be, a sliding slope going down as you connect more devices. That's fairly obvious. But that pretty much rounds out the Syncwire MAGTA. I think that if you know you need a power station, you want something that is modular, which I think makes this even more interesting, and even has a nightlight if you spend $190, as I mentioned earlier in the video. Ideal for Apple users, but I think anyone can make use of this, and having that extra AC outlet on the back is just a great thing. I mean, I have cameras in frame, because if you want to charge that, you're not going to have a problem. Just be mindful of whether they're obviously leaning on Type-C or micro. That won't matter here. You just have to have the right cables. This is another device I've used with it. The X-Star modular camera battery charging system works really well with it also. So there are just a lot of different options. You just have to make sure you're getting the right wattage. And remember, this does have protection to make sure your devices don't surge, overcharge. You get the picture. But that pretty much rounds things out. Any questions or comments, please feel free to post them. Hit that like button. And as usual, please feel free to subscribe, and please stay safe. Later.